Fortunately, yung aming cybercrime team, with the help of the Special Task Force, were able to locate yung tao. At nakilala namin yung technical software engineer na si Deng Wanqing, na isang Chinaman, at siya ay affiliated with PLA, University Science Technology, at yung PLAUS ay prestigious research-oriented university located in Nanjing, China. So, hagilap namin yung kotse na ginagamit nila ay RAV4, bearing plate number NDN 2628. Nakamount dun yung kanilang mga espionage equipment. So mamaya ipipresenta namin sa inyo nandiyan sa labas. Ayun nga, nakuha namin. So nandito kami ngayon para ipresenta namin sa inyo. If you have any question about the fact of the operation, nandito po ang aming chief ng Cybercrime and Special Task Force, si Atty. Lotto.
Good afternoon po, ma'am, sirs. Actually, the case involved ISR operations. ISR means intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance operations perpetrated by a group of Chinese nationals with some local cohorts. Since December, nag-start na po yung aming casing and surveillance. And then, with the assistance, actually, yung ating Armed Forces of the Philippines, naval operatives, we were able to track them and identify those equipments installed doon sa subject vehicle. So, we found out na meron silang LiDAR sensor, which is capable of creating a 3D image of the target structure. They have this GNSS RTK, Global Navigation Satellite System, Real-Time Kinematics. Ginagamit ito in terms of mapping and navigation, artillery and guided missiles, logistics, and supply chain for military operations. And what we found out, based doon sa, kasi mayroong GPS tracker ang team na naka-install na hindi nalalaman ng subject, nag-frequent sila sa mga critical infrastructure, specifically military camps, bases, power plants, LGU offices, police camps, stations, even shopping malls. And then, nag-i-standby sila ng certain period of time. Basically, nag-populate sila ng data. And then they have this remote application in their ICT equipment, which in real time, tina-transmit it outside. Meron hong user yung application na yun, remotely na nasa labas ng ating bansa, kinukulate yung mga data na nakukuha nitong subject group natin. So alarming in the sense na itong mga equipment is capable of producing coordinates. In other words, well, I don't want to alarm, to sound as an alarmist, pero pwede ko kasi itong gamitin in terms of drone control. Malalaman ko nila yung ating topography, makikita ko nila yung structure natin, yung terrain natin. So kung yung may interest dito is capable in terms of robotics, kaya na po nila i-control unmanned and even autonomous vehicle operation. Yes po.
On the part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, so minomonitor po natin lahat yung mga ganitong activities, espionage activities. Last year, we also apprehended another Chinese individual who was himself driving an Innova, Toyota Innova vehicle, which had the similar setup. equipment inside the Toyota Innova. At sa ngayon po, we are still conducting also the forensics on the equipment. But initially, what we saw in the equipment were pictures of camps, no? Picture ng Fort Bonifacio, picture ng Camp Aguinaldo, picture ng Camp Crame, and so on. So, tinitignan po namin lahat ng connection nitong mga ito from the RAV4 na nakuha po natin yun, the Toyota Innova that we apprehended, we captured last year. At iba rin po yung kasama po yung ibang mga equipment na na-recover natin. For instance, the underwater unmanned drone that we captured off Masbate and 4 others. So panglima ta po yung nakuha natin sa Masbate, no? But we are looking into the connection of all of this because all of these devices, including the ones that we saw in the vehicles, are all data collecting devices. So as to the purpose of this, tinitignan po ho natin at yung pagkakadugtong-dugtong, yung connection nila towards collecting all of this data and transmitting it to a site which is outside our country. So yun lang po sa AFP side. Thank you.
Kung meron pa kayong katanungan, sasagutin ni Attorney Lotok. Yes, sir.
Manny Vargas from DCWB. Ay, thank you po. Mga areas po, camps. Kasama rin po ba yun sa mga na-identify ninyo na pinupuntahan or pinuntahan ng subject individual? And also, sir, maliban po doon, could you also cite other places na pinuntahan nila? Nasabi nyo nga po, may mga shopping malls pa na pinuntahan sila. At bakit po pati shopping malls? And lastly, sir, ilan po yung nahuli ninyo? Isang tao rin po ba, gaya po nung sa AFP? Thank you po.
Tanong. Well, basically, doon sa amin map, meron kasi kaming map na recorded yung kanyang movement. The subject vehicle is frequenting, as I've said, critical infrastructures like military camps, even EDCA sites, nakita namin na dumaan siya doon, umikot. Military facilities, power grids, electrical, hydro, geothermal, and natural gas power plants, even seaports, airports, and local government offices, PNP headquarters or stations, including shopping malls, among others. Ongoing yung investigation namin kung bakit kasama yung shopping malls, although maraming theory. Titingnan pa namin yung anggulo na kung saan mag-fit doon sa kanilang modus and intention, no? So they collate comprehensive image of the terrains and structures and the overall topography of the potential targets without consent matchless authority from the Philippine government. Kasi nung nahuli namin, tinanong ho namin siya kung licensed surveyor ba siya or nire-represent ba niya yung research institution or galing ba siya sa isang private company, military ba siya or law enforcer, etc. So wala siyang naipakitang permit or any license or authority. Yun yung reason kung bakit namin siya kinuha. Yung nahuli po natin, isang Chinese national na based on our open source intelligence with the assistance of our Armed Forces of the Philippines, is a graduate ng PLOST. PLOST ang tawag dyan. It's PLA University Science and Technology, which is controlled and operated by the People's Liberation Army. With address in Nanjing, Jiangsu, China. Itong nahuli po natin ay isa siyang specialist in terms of control engineering under automation and engineering discipline. Yung kasama ho niya ay dalawang local cohorts. Yun ho yung nagda-drive nung vehicle and then meron siyang kasama, yung passenger. And then with the directives ng ating subject foreign national, meron na ho silang mapa kung saan iikot. In fact, ang plano ho nila, pagkatapos nilang maiikot yung buong Luzon, ang next target ho nila yung buong Visayas at Mindanao naman. So hindi na po namin hinintay na magpuproceed sila sa Visayas. Kinuha na po namin through interdiction operation.
Director Santiago, regarding, would you know how long na po ang operations nito kaya? Since na-mention nyo na dati nang merong ganito. And second, ano po yung
We believe that nagsimula yung espionage operations ng China even prior to the apprehension or capture of the equipment last year. But nakita po natin na just recently, very recently, yung paggamit po nila nitong mga equipment na ito. So, kasi bagong technology po ito na ginagamit nila. That is why nakafocus rin po tayo dito. Kung gumagamit po sila ng technology in order to spy on us, we're also using technology to pinpoint these kinds of activities. No? Hindi lang po yung technology, pati human intelligence. So, marami pong nagsusumbong sa atin about these kinds of activities. This is the same type of intelligence that we are also using against POGOs. No? Kaya po nakikita natin sila, natutumbok po natin kung saan yung mga operations nila. And yung mga Filipino cohorts were just drivers. No? Dito, yung sa recent apprehension natin. But in the previous apprehension last year, isang Chinese individual ang gumagawa ng lahat nito. He was the one driving the vehicle, he was the one operating the equipment.